this data to a receiver. Is it or no? So saying this is very easy, okay, but implementing this one is the complex task, right? So we have to understand what are the data contents he is transmitting and what type of data I am transmitting should not be revealed to the channel. Why? Because channel will be an open channel, so anybody can see what data you are transmitting. That is why security comes into the picture. So here what process we are learning is that, so these are the channels available, these are the frame format available, these are the frame structure available, and this is how we are able to transmit the data. So that part only we are learning here. Okay. Neither we are taking any data, transmitting and checking what is happening over there. Okay. So downlink, here you can observe the DLSCH is nothing but your downlink shared channel is carried out on the physical downlink shared channel, which is PDSCH. Okay. Data transmission in PDSCH is based on the concept of shared channel transmission, where physical layer resources, that is resource blocks available for the PDSH, is treated as a common resource that can be dynamically shared among the different users. So dynamically sharing means what we have to understand. So who will raise the request or who will respond to the commands. So for those things we have to give the channel and we have to transmit the data. That is the meaning. It is, there is no priority here. Nothing is there. So I have raised the issue. So they will give service to me. That is the point what he is trying to tell. So what is the time duration of this one? So the dynamic multiplexing of the user equipment or PDSH is done by a scheduler on a 1 millisecond interval. Right. This way, a large portion of radio resources can be allocated to a specific user equipment, which is suitable for packet data application. So what type of data transmission we are going to do is that packet data transmission, and large portion of radio resources with respect to the shared channel, broadcast channel, one-to-one channel, one-to multipoint channel. So all will be allocated to this user equipment, which is trying to address here. Okay. Then comes one more topic which we call it as a channel coding and modulation. So till now we were discussing about the transmitter coding and transmitter modulation. Now it is with respect to the channel coding and channel modulation. Okay. So my frequency, that is different. Your voice frequency, that is different. Okay. So I may transmit if the channel is free. You, if the channel is free, you may able to transmit the data. Right. So there is no restriction, right? As in this case of this online presentation. So my mic is on. I have made it on and I am giving a lecture so that there is no channel disturbance from other people. Now you want to talk, so you unmute yourself and you will be speaking. So this channel, now two people are speaking. I am also speaking, you are also speaking. So both our voice will collide and there will be a loss. Okay. So what I have to do, if somebody raises a question, so what they have to do, they should raise their hand. So I will understand that some question is there with you people. So I will unmute myself, sorry, mute myself and ask you to unmute and speak so that there won't be any disturbance. Okay. So this is making what channel, transmitter part. Now what happens, channel coding and modulation, what he speaks is that, so I give my information to the channel. Now channel should carry that information to the destination. So channel will be having its own modulation frequency. Maybe you might have observed that radio frequency type, right? So the frequency for that one will be around 455 gigahertz. So we have one experiment amplitude modulation, right? So we give 500 hertz signal, modulated signal, and a carrier signal will be twice of that one. Usually we will take the 10 kilohertz or 20 kilohertz. but their carrier frequency we have taken 455 gigahertz, right? So what is that 455 gigahertz? So that is the radio frequency tuning circuit, right? So the tuning circuit will generate that carrier frequency. Okay, for FM modulation, you have the communication lab experiment, right? You have AM experiment, you have FM experiment. For AM experiment, you have taken around 455 gigahertz. For FM experiment, we have taken 30 gigahertz. Okay, sorry. So we are having those two types, right? What is channel frequency part? So that is the concept which is trying to highlight here. So for this coding and modulation, what are the types you are going to have? Like what type of encoder you are going to use, what type of modulation scheme you are going to use, right? What type of indicate the information control you are going to use, because I wanted to measure few parameters whether my signal is correct or not. Okay, so those six is highlighted in these points. So downlink shared channel uses the rate of 1 by 3 convolutional turbo encoder. So for all the encoder we have used, so here he is going to use 1 by 3 convolutional turbo encoder for encoding your data. Rate matching is used in order to achieve an effective channel coding rate that matches the payload capacity determined by the number of resource block allocated to transmit block on a given UE at the modulation scheme. So this is also one part. So redundancy version which is going to go for is that hybrid automatic repeat request. Okay. So I want to transmit the data. If the data is lost, that is also allowed. If I don't want to transmit, I have to transmit only one time, that is also allowed. The modulation scheme used in this downlink shared channel include QPSK 16 QAM and 64 QAM. Right. So modulation scheme, whatever it is available, so is going to use for that modulation for this channel coding and modulation. Modulation chosen, scheme chosen based on the, so I said few parameters it is going to refer. So two parameter which is going to choose is the, first parameter is the channel quality indicator and one more is the downlink control information. So this channel coding and modulation will prefer these two parameters for successful data transmission over to the receiver. So these are just like a what is channel coding modulation, what type encoder, what type of rate matching, what is the redundancy version, what is the modulation scheme, what is the how you are going to check whether my data is correct or not. So these two parameters they are going to check. What is channel quality indicator, what is downlink channel, downlink control information. Okay. So now it comes again few points which is for BIMO spatial multiplexing with two core different modulation and coding is it, which is giving all specification highlighting which type of the things will be suitable for the channel coding and modulation, right? So you can observe the code word which has been added 0010123, which is a prefix code block which is going to be used. So here you observe that there is a reference signal are transmitted. Okay, so usually we will tell that what is the ideal parameters. Okay, so ideal parameters will be your default values present. Is it not? So we will be transmitting those values. So whatever values are there, we will check what is the ideal case. For the low pass filter also the cutoff frequency is 1 kilohertz. So what is the practically cutoff frequency you will get? So if you get more than 10 kilohertz, if my cutoff frequency theoretically is 1 kilohertz, so you will tell wrong. So here also channel coding modulation, it follows or identifies with the help of a reference signal. So what do you mean reference signal is it? What is the maximum value an antenna can transmit? Okay, a modulation can sustain, right? If it goes beyond that value, what will happen? So these are the points which is listed for the channel coding and modulation. Then we have a concept of this multi-antenna transmission. So till now data processing, data enhancing, modulation, coding part given to the channel, everything it is been done. Now it is on the tip of the antenna. Now antenna will carry by signal, by data information in the form of a radiation, and it will be transmitted. Now when I am transmitting also, we have observed in the SCFDMA, OFDMA also that it will be transported with a multiple antenna values. Right. So when we are going for a multi-antenna techniques, so what are the values it is going to be defined? That is what I am telling. It is all the frame structure value, and these values will be by default. So nobody can change these values. The one who has designed that one, he will be able to know what values it has been present. We are not able to change any of these values. That is why I am telling you, these all things are only when you are working practically, then we are able to identify. If we just observe the theoretical part, we have to only imagine that. So this will be in this form. We have to transmit data in this way. That's all. So as a main channel, this is a multi-antenna transmission part. Here also we have around 7 points. Right. So for points are like single antenna port 0 value, what it will do, transmitter antenna diversity, what it is going to happen. So what you are going to select, what are the option present. Okay. Open loop spatial multiplexing or closed loop spatial multiplexing, right? Multi-user MIMO technology, closed loop backward pre-coding, single antenna port 5. So these are the different multi-antenna transmission part which is present and which is supported for the physical data link layer of the physical downlink shared channel. Okay, PDSCH, right? That is supported for this multi antenna. So all the antennas will be having this specification. Like port 0 value will be what transport block is transmitted from a single physical antenna corresponding to antenna port 0. Right. Transmit diversity port 0 and 1 if physical antennas are used, 0, 1, 2, 3, and if 4 antennas, physical antennas are used. So we are having these 4 types. So what these type represent is that I am having 2 antennas. So value will be 1, 1, 1, 2, okay, 2, 1 and 2, 2. Right. So you have these 4 values, one conjugate and one normal, because it is a phase out of phase with value will be present. Similarly, if it is a 4 value, so it will be represented in a matrix form. Okay, it will be represented in a matrix form. You will get this very combination. Then what is multiplexing? So what is a open loop multiplexing, closed loop multiplexing? So different indicators will be there. So for the open loop, we are going for the rank indicator. For the closed loop, we are going for the pre-coding matrix indicator, PMI. So PMI, which I have discussed. So which was nothing but these values, right? So we had a equation which will solve to get that particular value, right? So these are all the techniques or transmission data which is present for my OFDMA. So multi-user MIMO technology, closed loop technology, and all these are the specification of this particular multi-antenna transmission type. Right. Transmission mode 1 can be specified by a single input, single output mode that doesn't require any layer mapping or pre-coding. On the other hand, transmission modes 2 and 6 can be specified as a memo modes. So this is all technical contents of that specific hardware part which we are going to use. So if I tell what is port 0, what is mode 1, so how it is going to be transmitted, so it is all practical kind of a thing. I cannot explain here in this part and show to you. Okay, and hardware part also. So pseudo simulators are there for me to show you or guide you. So this will be of that kind, because it is all because it is not available. It is not an open source which I will be able to get it. Right. So again, I said that there are downlink control channels. So we have many channels indicator. So one of the channel indicator is your downlink control information. We have control format indicator, CFI, and HR indicator, which we represent it as HI. So these three values will be very important for measuring how your control channels will be behaving. Okay, so we have to observe these things. So that is why you can see there is a control information where DCI downlink control chain information, CFI control format indicator, and HI which is for the HARQ indicator. So channel mapping you can observe that. So which channel will support these six. Okay. On the physical layer, time multiplexer CFI is carried out on the another channel FPFI. Right. So now we said that DSI, which is the downlink control information format. So you can see that this is a format which is fixed for the DSI. And this DSI concept only we have to use. So what is the frame structure of that one? So the frame structure you can see here. DCI format 0, DCI format 1, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, DCI format 2 and 2A, 3 and 3A. So just a second. Right. So this is a downlink control information formats which has been specified. So format 0 carries uplink scheduling, grants and necessary control information for uplink transmission. 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, all this one layer what we call provide scheduling information for one code word transmission without spatial multiplexing. 2 and 2A provides downlink schedule information for CL and OL, closed loop and open loop spatial multiplexing respectively. In the case of DSI contains the information about the modulation and coding scheme and redundancy version of each of these two codes. 3 and 3A can transmit power control command for the uplink. So what I can explain here is that this is a format value and this it will be suited. So whichever you are using the DCI format you have to suitably identify, and in the frame structure you need to put what type of format you are going to transmit the information. Okay, so you observe the question paper which I will be giving or the assignment question which I will be giving. So which type of questions it will be there, because first four questions from this module 1 it is important. So directly you can score almost maximum marks here only. Okay, so this is a frame format or the downlink control information format. So number of bits it is 11512 So different types of TPC, cyclic, resource block, hopping block. So what is its purpose? So everything it has been clearly given. Fields of DSI format 0. Right. So format 0 you are going to use this structure for the format which is present. Okay, so different will be there. For one will be active, one will be not active. If it is on, what it will perform. If it is 0, what it will perform. If it is 1, what it will perform. So all information you can observe in this table value. Okay, this is for the format 1. Okay, so yeah, one day, 1B, 1C, 1D, right? So all you can observe which type of modulation technique, what is the resource allocation header, what is the site redundancy version, TPC, downlink assignment index. So here you can observe that for acknowledgement and negative acknowledgement reporting with only applies to the TDD operation. Right? So it is all frame format. So frame format what I can explain here. Okay, so channel coding and demodulation for two ports I said. So you can see user equipment port 0 will be having all 0 values and the port 1 value. So last LSB bit value will be 1. Right. So this is the one DSI value which is which has been right. So again PDCA formats value. So format value, if it is available, I would have definitely shown, but nothing information they have given here. Okay. Channel coding and modulation, CFI. So this CFI I will be doing in tomorrow's class. Okay. Tomorrow's class I will cover this CFI.
Discuss downlink channels. Downlink channels. Okay, so actually there are three categories we can divide. The lowest level layer we can say L1 layer, or we can say these channels physical channels. Okay, because we can say that this is uh, in physical layer, that's why they are physical
You are
channel.
able
Then
to hear?
L2 layer is there, we can say that transport channels.
Students are able to hear?
And L3 is there, we can say them logical
You
channels.
are able to hear or no?
So these are the three broad classification of channels: physical channel, transport channel, and logical channel.
Students.
So let's see how many physical channels are there. So if we will see, then we can start by
Hemant,
the first physical channel. We can say PDCCH. That is physical.
Kushala,
It's
Because
audible, sir.
these are physical channels, so every channel will start with physical. Physical downlink. D stands for downlink. Control channel. Okay, so physical downlink control channel. This is PDCCH. Next one is PBCH. Obviously, P stands for physical because it's a physical channel. So physical broadcast channel. Next is PDSCH. This is very important channel because most of the channels and the traffic, the data is linked on this channel. So how it is linked, that I will explain later. So this is obviously physical, right? This is physical downlink shared channel. And since it is a shared channel, so this channel is shared by most of the logical channels and traffic channels. That's why it has most of the you can say data. So that's why it is very important channel. Physical downlink shared channel. All the data, user data is carried on this channel. Whatever data, uplink data or downlink, sorry, downlink only. Uplink we will talk later. Next is PCFICH. Okay, so obviously, so this is physical, stands for physical, and this is physical control and 1 minute. It's transmitted through physical control format, right? This is physical control format. So this name you may find it a little bit strange. Format indicator channel, right? So basically we can say that this channel tells the format of PDCCH. Okay, because since this channel tells the format of PDCCH, that's why it is called physical control format indicator channel. Control format means this is a control channel, right? Physical downlink control channel, and this channel tells the control format indicator. That's why it's called PCFICH. Now the next one is PHICH. Obviously physical HARC. Okay, physical HARC indicator channel, right? Now one channel is PMCH. Actually it is used for multicast services. PMCH physical, so it is called physical multicast channel. Okay, now obviously this HARC channel is used for HARC purposes, HARC flow, and this PMCH physical multicast channel. multicast broadcast services are there. Okay, so these PMCH used for that channel. So now we are done with physical channel. Now the second layer. How many transport channels are there? Transport channel is PCH. Okay. Now I'll tell you. Now second one is BCH and DLSCH and the MCH. Now see, these are transport channel. In transport channel we will not put physical, so this is paging. It is paging channel. P stands for paging. And we will not put physical because these are not physical channel, these are transport channel. This is broadcast channel. This is DLSCH means downlink shared channel. See, here it was physical downlink shared channel. Here it was, right? And here it is downlink shared channel. Because it's not a physical channel, that's why we are not putting physical here. Downlink shared channel. Okay. This is multicast channel. Okay. Now, uppermost logical channels. So now PCCH. Okay, logical channels are of two types. What are the two types of logical channel? One are signaling channels and another one is transport channel. Okay, traffic channel we can say. Not transport channel, traffic channel and signaling channel. So we will see here. So this is PCCH. So this is control channel and transport channel. Traffic channel. Logical channels are two types: control channel and traffic channel. So the channel which contains control information is called control channel, which contains traffic is called obviously traffic channel. So this is PCCH. PCCH stands for paging control channel. Okay, this is control channel. Paging control channel, right? Another one is BCCH, broadcast control channel. As the name is suggesting, right? Broadcast control channel. Okay. Another one is CCCH, common control channel. These all are control channel, right? Another one is DCCH, dedicated control channel. Right? Till now we have seen control channel in logical, right? Then there is DTCH. Okay, so DTCH is downlink traffic channel, we can say, right? DTCH we can say downlink traffic channel. Okay, so or whatever like data transfer channel or downlink, this control channel we can say. Downlink DTCH, dedicated traffic channel. Sorry, this is dedicated traffic channel. Okay. Now the next one is MCCH. This is multicast control channel. Okay. Another one is MTCH, multicast traffic channel. Okay. So now we can see in logical channels, this is traffic channel and this is traffic channel. Rest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These all are control channels. Now, how is the mapping done? Right? Now you see, this is paging control channel, right? So for mapping, I'll take another color, this one. This is paging control channel. So paging control channel is mapped with paging channel, right? paging channel, and this paging channel is mapped with PDSCH. Most of the channels are mapped with this PDSCH. I'll show you. That's why it is called physical downlink shared channel, because it is shared by many channels, right? So PCCH, paging control channel, is mapped with paging channel, and that is mapped with physical downlink shared channel. Now BCCH, okay, BCCH is broadcast control channel, and this is broadcast channel. So it is mapped with this, right? Okay, and this is physical broadcast channel. So this is broadcast control channel, this is broadcast channel, and it is physical broadcast channel. So it is mapped with PBCH here. Okay, next one is CCCH, common control channel. Common control channel is mapped with downlink shared channel, right? So because it's a shared channel, right? So most of the channels are mapped with this as well. So this is downlink shared channel, and this is dedicated control channel. It is also mapped with this. Then it is DTCH, dedicated traffic channel. It is also mapped with this. Then it is multicast control channel, right? Multicast control channel is also mapped with this. MTCH. MTCH is mapped with both. And MCH, multicast channel, right? So we can say CCCH, DCCH, DTCH, MCCH, and MTCH all are mapped with downlink shared channel. Only two are mapped with different. And here also BCCH is also mapped with this. It is BCCH is mapped with downlink shared channel and BCH both. Because one thing you can remember, then here in BCH, here MIB is transferred, MIB, and there SIB is transferred. So I'll tell you later, actually these are master information block and system information block. So this is one thing to remember, you should memorize it, because this, it could be a question anywhere, that on which channel the MIB is transferred. So you should say that it is transferred on broadcast control channel and BCCH, and then PBCH, physical broadcast channel. On this way the MIB is transferred, right? And the SIB is transferred through downlink shared channel. Both are transferred by this broadcast control channel, but MIB is transferred on this way and SIB is transferred on this way. Now, obviously, if we will map from transport channel to physical channel, so obviously it will map with this. Definitely, this is downlink shared channel and is physical downlink shared channel, right? And this MT says multicast channel, so it is mapped with this one, PMCH, right? So that's it, all mapping has been done, and these channels are not mapped with any transport channel or logical channels, because these are like informative information channels, right? Information means these are just indicator channels, like this PDCCH. So it contains DCI, downlink control information. Okay, this is PDCCH. It contains downlink control information, and it is a control format information, and it contains HARC information, right? So these are not, these three channels are not mapped with any channel, and this is how is the mapping of all downlink channels. Okay, this is physical, the lowest layer. This is transport, and these are logical. Logical channel are two types: control and traffic. Okay, so now let's see about what this. Now the downlink has been covered. Now we will see uplink, right? How the uplink is there. So for uplink channel, it's very easy to remember, because in uplink channel there are not many channels. 1 minute. Okay, so for uplink, if we will see, uplink is obviously physical. take this one. Physical, transport, logical. Okay, so physical is one is PRACH. You might have heard about this.
Okay, students, time is very less. Okay, we'll continue this uplink part tomorrow, and we'll continue with the module 3 which we have left out. Okay, now you can attend the second class. Thank you. I hope you have understood the downlink channel, what are the different channels available, and how we are going to map. So tomorrow we'll discuss about the uplink channel, and we'll continue this video, and we will continue with the slides. Okay, thank you.